throwing out a ceremonial first ball.
August 15th, 2018. Marky Standardo was living the dream, 11 years old, and throwing out the first pitch at a Phillies game.
Thank you, Marky.
Other than getting to see Marky throw out the first pitch, the most important part of the night was the fact that we got 2 minutes on the Jumbotron. That's 2 minutes to reach potentially over 60,000 voices.
Voices, Marky's mom hopes, will rise on behalf of his little sister, Philomena, and so many other children. As thrilling as that night at the ball game was, what landed them there was something Philomena's family could never have imagined.
Phil, watch yourself. You don't fall off the bed.
Back in the days when falling off the bed was the biggest worry, or perhaps getting hurt playing the sports she excelled at.
Sets it, fires, that one's good.
When she hit the ball would just explode.
As summer waned in 2016, so did something about Philomena.
She was an amazing athlete, and we just noticed that she didn't have the skill that she normally had, was a little off balance.
She just wasn't aggressive. She gets into school, her writing is a little off.
So was her walking. She fell on the way to school, landed at the doctor's, then at CHOP, where an MRI imploded their world.
They came to get Mark and I and pulled us out of the room. And we could tell that there was something really wrong.
And we didn't know what DIPG was, and it was the worst day of my life.
DIPG is a type of glioma, the brain cancer that killed Senator John McCain and Phillies legends Darren Daulton and Tug McGraw.
She had the worst type of glioma in the worst possible place.
The brainstem.
We were forced to watch her deteriorate, sometimes by the second. And you know, DIPG is especially horrific. It takes away the child's ability to walk, talk, smile, and eventually breathe.
Daddy. Yet, like ALS, they're aware of everything that's going on around them.
That kid never complained. Well, think about this. She went from being a great athlete to doing a biopsy on her to being paralyzed on her right side, totally paralyzed.
Marky and Philomena, 18 months apart, were two peas in a pod.
Boy.
I asked if it was okay to talk with Marky about his sister. His parents said yes.
She was very strong. I want to do it.
Oh, buddy. This is another reason why we have to put the kids for those who are left behind. I would beg God every day, not for me. Don't save her for me, save her for him.
Lily LaRue, twin to her best friend Brady Cooper. Lily lived 11 months and 2 days after her DIPG diagnosis. She was 6 years old. Janessa, nicknamed Nunuz, loved Disney princesses, diagnosed with DIPG on a September day in 2016. She lost her battle 13 months later. Nunuz was 8 years old. Molly loved animals and sharing funny stories with her 5 brothers and sisters. Diagnosed with DIPG when she was 11 years old, she fought for 18 months and, as her family says, went home to the Lord when she was 13. Marley, a vibrant 8-year-old, her DIPG diagnosis came shortly before Christmas, forever 9 years old.
When you're friends with these people, they see your story. Now people start requesting you and asking you for advice and questions, and you see it every day now. It's not that rare. It's not rare. Like, these people don't even have an idea of the tidal wave that's going to hit them.
Are you spinning?
Yes.
No cure exists. Radiation's the only treatment, and it buys very little time. For 10 months, the 7-year-old battled DIPG. Her make-a-wish? Meet God. Or Jesus.
Her third choice was Mary, our Blessed Mother. She really was remarkable. And again, I said, no, pick someone here on earth. And she said, the Pope.
So she did, at the Vatican. It was in Lourdes, France, where her family thought they were witnessing a miracle.
Go.
In Lourdes water every day, Philomena was running again.
The miracle wasn't her being cured. The miracle is what she's doing. Bring people together, and we're going to be able to find this cure.
Daddy, I love you. I love you. How are you doing? Good, right? Daddy, I love you. Father's Day then.
Exactly 5 weeks later, Philomena's time on Earth came to a close.
She's in heaven right there.
Stormed the heavens, Philomena's legacy. Battling a cancer with a 0% survivability rate.
Storm the Heavens is about doing what God wants us to do. Treat people the way we want to be treated. Save each other.
Storm the Heavens is funding research to find a cure.
The problem with DIPG is that it's on the brainstem and there is no wiggle room for surgery. So how do they feel?
Enter Dr. Charles Keller and his team.
What could make tumor cells migrate to the side? And what if we said as biomaterial experts, what could trap cells in?
Think sticky paper that attracts and captures cancer cells that a surgeon could then safely remove.
And I call it the tumor cell hotel. So
Kind of like the Roach Motel hotel,
well,
right?
yeah, the black flag,
Yeah.
where tumor cells check in but they don't check out.
Private funding, because only 4% of federal funding for cancer research goes to pediatric cancer. As Dr. Keller and his team work on their tumor cell hotel, he points out that since 1978, the FDA has approved merely 6 drugs for children battling cancer, and none target brain tumors.
So that's 6 in 40 years for kids, 12 every year for adults.
It's not a matter of whether we can, it's whether or not we're willing to give it the resources. And if somebody would have done the right thing 50 years ago when Neil Armstrong's daughter Karen died of DIPG, then I'm confident Philomena would still be here. And so would Marley and Janessa and the 9 other local children who have lost their battle to DIPG since July 2016.
I love you, okay?